Grafting. Now, grafting's got all sorts of mystique to it. I don't know why. It ain't hard. You know, it's impressive. You know, I remember an old gardener telling me once that, you know, you show a woman how you can do all these different methods of propagation. Oh, her knickers just fall off. Well, I ain't never seen none of that. But getting back to the real point, which is how to do it. It's easy. It doesn't have any mystique. It's a skill, and it's a skill that can be acquired. The thing is, I suppose the experience comes when you're talking of compatibility. What plants to put together, what species is compatible with what variety. So we're going to do a little pine. Now I ain't going to mess around with you. You know, we're going to do this once. If I balls it up, well, so be it. That's it. We ain't going to edit this. Ain't got time. But right, the first thing you do is you start with a rootstock. My mate Matthew and John, his dad, down at Bartholomew's in Wimborne, they do a lot of my grafting because I tell you what, it's bloody boring. Right, rootstock. There it is. It's a little pine, just a straightforward Pinus sylvestris. Onto that, we want to grow a nice pine here. This is Pinus parviflora. Lovely silvery needles. Beautiful thing. First thing we're going to do, let's not mess about here. Let's just do this here. We're going to strip a few of these bottom needles away. Then we're going to make here an incision. Let's make it about just below the surface. We're going to make it about a centimetre. Can you see that? Let me just open it up for you. There. Okay. Behind that, we're going to slide down another cut. Now, when you scratch a plant in the winter to see if it's alive, there's a layer of green cells. That's called the cambium layer. It's quickly reproducing cells, and we're going to join those cambium layers. This is the rootstock. It's taken us 2 years to grow that. We're going to take a piece of the parviflora, strip some needles off of that. You can see here, we've got the flap, and we've got a piece of exposed wood down there. We've not gone very deep. Either side of that is the green cambium. You can't miss it. On this piece, this is what we call the scion wood. We're going to take a little piece off one side, here. That's going to press against the inside of that flap, and the other side, a piece off that size to correspond with the flap here, the wood there. All we do then is take this piece of wood and slide that in there, and we make sure that the cambiums are pressing together. Okay. If I'm pulling all sorts of funny faces because the bloody sun's in my eyes through the window, but never mind. Okay, you got that far? Then all we do, different grafters have different methods, but I tie the flap up first. Okay. Right, and you need a bit of pressure. Oops. There you are, told you it was live. Let's do that again. Now, you bind this, I'm using a grafting tape. And then we tie it off. You need to get a reasonable amount of pressure on it. It should. I know grafters that can do this in about 3 seconds. There we are. Now, there's the scion wood. This here. And this is your rootstock. Now, once that's been done, you can stick that in a moist atmosphere or something like that. I just use a propagator, a deep propagator with a bit of plastic film over it. I've used polystyrene boxes. Specialist people have all sorts of heating pipes and stuff like that. I won't bother. Just look at that. Okay, so put that in a moist atmosphere for about 3 to 4 months, after which you bring it out, and once the graft is taken, you cut that off, cut it back, and you end up with that. Okay, that's one that was done 4 months ago. This is one that's been done to show you on camera. Now, you grow that on for a year and you end up with a plant like this. A complete clone. Another 3 years, you end up with this, the one we showed you earlier. So your investment is about 5-6 years. Again, I would want £20 for this plant. That's roughly grafting. It ain't difficult. It's just really boring. Wait, I mean, I know people that do thousands, tens of thousands of them. Matthew and John at Bartholomew's, they do thousands of maples every year. And, you know, it's no wonder Matthew likes the Guinness.